Hey, Joe, it was a 3-point game in that fourth quarter. Like, just what happened? They outscored you guys like by 10 in that fourth there.
Yeah, I mean, they got some rebounds, some putbacks, some foul calls went their way. They scored more than we did.
In this stretch here, obviously you played 4 games against 2 really good teams. Just your thoughts on this stretch. Just how are you guys approaching this stretch, and what would you like to see from this team during the stretch, and like how would you like to finish it?
No, I mean, we definitely, showed a lot of effort and fought thoroughly through this game. So that's what you want to see the whole time is to fight through that. And then we're gonna bring that fight when we go to, on this road trip. We're gonna have it constantly, and that's something that we felt tonight, and you need definitely going into playoffs.
And Jewell, just you out rebounded 45 to 17, but despite that, you guys had a chance to win the game. Just how difficult is it when you have such a disparity in the rebound for you to gain some momentum, get second shots?
Yeah, no, we need to rebound. All our everyone has a rebound. It's not just the post players, it's guards as well. So I gotta do a better job of getting in there. Usually I do. Sometimes it depends on matchups or shots or where they fall. But I think we're all there. Some of them are just bobbling in our hands. Some of them are just not in the right place, right, the wrong time, things like that. But at the end of the day, it's rebounding and other things, just a little more effort. And I don't question anyone's effort. I just think like we just need like that one little. Right? Maybe some sticky stuff on our hands to help it. But other than that, I think it's just more, just being more mindful of it.
And obviously you didn't get the win, but you guys do clinch a playoff spot tonight. Just talk about being able to clinch that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to consistently be in the playoffs. Obviously for us coming from last year to this year, that was a big goal of Warriors to be in the playoffs. So we understand and put things in perspective. Victoria's first time in the playoffs, so she's ecstatic, right? To know that. So you always got to find a positive in every day.
Definitely. And just some thoughts on Stewie's game tonight. And is it weird for you to like see her like playing in Seattle, but not for the Storm?
No, I mean we played against each other for many years, so that's I'm used to it by now. But yeah, I mean, Stewie, MVP. We know what she could do, and when she gets going, it's kind of hard to stop her and stop anyone. We understand that, and yeah, I mean, she's our go-to player.
You forced 18 turnovers and scored 24 points off those turnovers. They got 7 turnovers, 7 points off those turnovers. Just how important, I know obviously the result didn't go your way, but how important was that to your game plan, and how did you feel about the execution of that throughout the game?
I think this lineup and this roster, we're super athletic, so our ability to get in the passing lanes and cause havoc, that's when we're at our best. I think when we relax on our coverages, it doesn't really fit this team. I think we could be really aggressive, and we have that lineup to do it. I mean, there's a lot of fast breaks. I think anytime you're a ball screen and that gets pressuring you, it's tough for anyone in any guard, and so she does a great job of that. So for us, it's just constantly just being adding pressure anywhere we can, denying things, and just being really active. I think that's when things kind of start clicking for us. And when you're trying to get going on offense, that definitely helps.
You guys are 2-4 since returning from the break there. Are you thinking that you guys are far off? Is it close? Is it just one little thing, or is it maybe something that's bigger than that?
I mean, I think that's more of a coaching question. I think for us players, we feel like we can win every game. We feel like we're in this one, we're a couple stops away, a couple shots that, go in and time turns the tide. But I think a lot of it's just harder to win. I mean, this league is not, it's not a joke. It's hard. These games everyone's fighting for a position. Everyone's fighting to get into playoffs and also want to be playing well. So for us, like we know what we're capable of doing. We see it. We understand that we have confidence in everyone on this roster. I think it's just, a couple plays here and there for us, and we feel pretty good. But overall, I think, we're staying really positive, and we know what's ahead.
And the pace of this game, especially through the first 3 quarters, was like really fast. I guess just kind of talk about that. How do you think that worked for you guys?
I mean, we like to play fast. That's something that I think both teams like to do. But like I said, with this roster, we have a lot of athletes, and we like to get out there and run. I think we could do it more. I think maybe we kind of slow things down, and it's when things kind of get like bogged up a little bit. I think everyone here likes to push the ball ahead, like to run and drag. So pace is good. I mean, luckily we're all in shape, and we seem to be doing all right.
All right, that's all the time we got for right now. We'll have Coach in here in just a minute.
Hey, Coach. The 45 to 17 in terms of the offense. I mean, in terms of the rebounding. How much did that play into the outcome of this game?
It's the biggest thing. It was one of our keys today. Just can't win games, giving up that many offensive rebounds, that many points off of offensive rebounds, and that's the name of the game right there.
Then, with that being said, though, it was a 3-point game in early in the fourth quarter. In these past few games, you've been talking about the second half defense. Just what's happened, in terms of the second half defense.
I think the rebounding aspect of it is the biggest thing, because if you have possessions and you play it and you get to a shot clock and someone gets a rebound on the floor and makes it, that's backbreaking, debilitating. So defensively, whatever it is, we're flying around, we're pressuring, we're contesting. We have to finish plays with rebounds, period. And I can live with missed coverages. I can live with miscues. But, with a team like New York, you have to be sharp. You can't have a lot of my bads and miscommunications. And in those crucial moments, we had too many.
Coach, some overall thoughts just on Skylar's game and then also Stewie and Sabrina.
I want to talk about Sky. I think that, she set the tone. I think that she was aggressive. When she's able to get downhill, get in the paint and be very efficient, she's better. The distributing has been very consistent. She's top 5 in assists this year. And we're going to need her to play at this aggressive level for the rest of the season.
And obviously didn't come in to win, but you guys do clinch a playoff spot. Just talk about that.
I'm proud of our team. Going from 11 wins to now being able to say we have postseason play, very proud.
And just overall thoughts on the pace of play. I thought, especially in the first half and probably first 3 quarters, you guys were really running up and down court. Just overall thoughts on the pace of play.
There's something about pace that I just want, us to understand. Our pace isn't necessarily like the tempo, but I want us to be efficient in that. And I think for portions of the game we were. Also pace for us is how we run into sprints, how we cut what we're doing and with that cadence. And so I don't want to just have a high possession game without efficiency. And I thought today we were a little bit better in that area.
In terms of what you need to see in efficiency, is it off-ball movement when the ball's coming down the court to be able to distribute the ball?
I think so. Or even efficiency when we get, we had 24 points, right, off of the turnovers. So efficiency, and when we play off of our defense, efficiency in transition to get those easy buckets, efficiency when we do get in a half-court set to be able to take proper shots on goal and hit our open shots.
What did you make of your off-ball defense?
I have to take a look at the film.
Yeah.
I don't think I can specifically pinpoint either breakdowns or it was pretty good, just because the rebounding is so glaring. So no matter what we did from a scheme point of view, we didn't finish plays. And so it's hard to say what those breakdowns look like.
Is it the off-ball defense that then affects the rebounding, so there's nobody there? Or I know you haven't looked at it, but
yeah,
basic 101 basketball.
Yeah, and also, because we have to, dig and at times show bodies to their elite players, you're going to be in rotations. And so, today, if you guys notice, we had to put a guard on Stewie. And so as he is guarding Fibich and, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's guarding other guards. And so those rotations are a little bit different. But this is good, getting reps like this and working on this because we're going to see them again.
Mm-hmm. Offense was flowing quite well, a bit better than maybe we've seen since the break, but it seemed like in the fourth quarter it might have stagnated a little bit. Did you feel that way? And was there anything particular New York did?
Yeah, it went zone. I think their zone threw us off a little bit, especially ATO and their length in general. So when you get possession by possession game, when the game slows down, you're going to have problems with a team who presents length, presents matchup, ability to match up differently. The thing is, we're getting the shots and we're hitting them. We haven't been hitting our open shots, and I thought today we did a better job of that. But in portions of the game, that's going to come down to kind of slowing that game down and executing. I don't think we executed as well today.
Got time for a couple questions from Zoom. Christian, go ahead, and then Andrew, we'll have you wrap up.
Hey, Coach. Besides the rebounding advantage that New York had, is there anything else that you saw on the sideline that you think that could have turned this game in your favor?
A couple of those replays. Jeez. We won, we were successful, but then it was their ball. That was interesting. The other thing, I think, just our timely possessions. Again, I don't think our execution was as strong as the other day. I would kind of point to that to being better. I like, seeing the group that we had and just moving people around and seeing us execute there. It showed me a lot about our group today. So, this New York team been playing together for now 2 seasons. Just let me get some grace this year.
And one more, if I can. You guys shot 81% at the rim this season. New York is one of the best teams and living teams from shooting pretty efficiently in that area. Can you just speak to the efficiency that you guys had, and also kind of when New York was imposing the zone, Skylar and other guards' ability to kind of poke holes in and get into the rim?
Yeah, I think that's kind of been our efficiency around the rim has kind of lacked. So it's good to see, that high today against a team who's like top in the league with defending it because they have a rim protector. So again, I learned a lot. I know, we didn't come out with a win, but a lot of lessons to be learned in this one, as far as like how we can continue to execute and, find ways to, like that zone. We'll attack it better the next time we see it. But yeah, good things, but we still got a lot of work to do.
And last question for Andrew. Andrew, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Coach. Just want to ask you, with Mercedes being out, against the Liberty team, it is something with her size would be very beneficial to help Ezzie. You want to see Ezzie show that presence more when you see against her. And Dan Hughes was calling the national game tonight. If you had a chance to talk to Dan right there, safe travels to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I talked to Coach. He's been here this week, so I've seen him all week. It was really good to see him. Super encouraging, just a light. So it was good to see him back in Seattle. We miss Sadie's today for sure because of her size, her length. I always talk about how smart she is as a player. And then Ezzie picked up 2 quick ones. And so, right away, their size, their length showed up against our small lineup. So that was tough. So hopefully Sadie's can get back with us and we'll be okay.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Coach.